What would you do if the richest man in the city gave up everything just to be with you? Andrew Jones had money, power, and $1 billion empire. But the one thing he never had was real love. Until he met Mariah, a poor café waitress with nothing to her name. This is the emotional love story of a billionaire who risked everything for love, and how loving the wrong person nearly destroyed his life.
Andrew Jones lived a life most people could only dream about. Luxury penthouses, private jets, expensive suits. Every decision he made was worth millions of dollars. At just 28 years old, he was already a billionaire. People admired him, people feared him, but nobody truly knew him. Because whenever people looked at Andrew, they didn't see a man, they saw money. Across the city, in a crowded neighborhood, lived a girl named Mariah. She was 23 years old. She worked long hours in a small cafe. Her apartment was tiny. Her clothes were simple. Some nights she went to bed hungry. But Mariah had something Andrew didn't, a kind heart. She smiled even when life was cruel. She helped others even when she had nothing. And she believed that love mattered more than money. One rainy evening, everything changed. Andrew's luxury car broke down on a quiet street. Rain poured heavily. Soaked and frustrated, he ran into the nearest building, a small cafe. Warm lights, soft music, and Mariah standing behind the counter. She looked at him and smiled. "Looks like the rain won today." Andrew laughed. For the first time in weeks, it was real laughter. She handed him a towel. She made him coffee. They talked about life, dreams, and happiness. Andrew didn't mention money, didn't mention business. To Mariah, he was just a stranger escaping the rain. And to Andrew, she felt like peace. After that night, Andrew kept coming back. Every day, same cafe, same time. But he hid the truth. He told Mariah he worked a normal job, and she believed him. They talked for hours. They walked through the city at night, shared cheap street food, watched sunsets from rooftops. One night, Mariah said something that stayed with Andrew forever.
Make someone love you.
"Money can make life easier," she said, "but it can't make someone love you." Andrew stayed quiet because for the first time in his life, someone liked him without knowing his worth, and that terrified him. Their friendship turned into love, slowly, gently. Andrew felt something new, freedom. With Mariah, he didn't need to pretend. No meetings, no pressure, no expectations. Just him, just her, and happiness. But secrets never stay hidden. One afternoon, Mariah was cleaning the cafe. The television was on. A news reporter spoke. "Billionaire CEO Andrew Jones." Mariah froze. On the screen was Andrew, standing in a luxury suit, surrounded by powerful people. Her heart sank. Everything made sense. That evening, Andrew walked into the cafe. Mariah was waiting. "You lied to me," she said quietly. Andrew tried to explain. "I was afraid you'd love my money, not me." But the pain was too deep, and Mariah walked away. Andrew felt broken. Money couldn't fix this. So he made a decision that shocked everyone. He resigned, left his company, walked away from his empire. One night, he sat outside Mariah's apartment. No luxury car, no bodyguards, just him, waiting. When Mariah arrived, "I'm not asking you to love a billionaire," he said. "I'm asking you to love me." Mariah cried, and she hugged him. Life became simple. Small apartment, Normal jobs, but their love grew stronger. Until the past returned. Victor Emma, the man who took Andrew's place. Victor wanted total power, but Andrew still owned shares. So Victor targeted Mariah. He offered her millions. "Leave him," he said. Mariah refused. That made Victor dangerous. Victor destroyed Andrew's reputation, false stories, lies. But Andrew fought back. Victor's corruption was exposed, and he lost everything. Andrew and Mariah opened a small café, right where they first met. No billions, just love. And sometimes, the richest people in the world are the ones who choose love over money. Life had finally slowed down. No headlines, no scandals, no enemies, just quiet mornings. Andrew woke up early every day. Maria made coffee. They laughed about small things. Their café was modest, wooden tables, soft music, warm smiles. Customers loved it because the place felt real. And for the first time in his life, Andrew felt free. But peace never lasts forever. One afternoon, Maria was sorting old documents, receipts, bills, business papers. Then she saw something strange, a bank statement. The numbers didn't make sense. They were too big, far too big for someone who had nothing. Maria felt her heart race. She checked again and again. The account belonged to Andrew. She didn't say anything, not yet, because fear is quieter than anger. That night, Maria couldn't sleep. She watched Andrew quietly, the man who slept outside her apartment, the man who gave up everything for her. Or did he? The next morning, she finally spoke. Andrew, is there something you never told me? He froze, not because he was afraid, but because he knew the moment had come. Andrew took a deep breath. "There's something you deserve to know," he said. "I never sold all my shares." Maria felt her chest tighten. "I kept a small part," he continued. "Not for me, not for power, but for something bigger." Andrew explained everything. The profits, the investments, all redirected into one place. A foundation, built in secret, helping poor neighborhoods, education, healthcare, food, including the exact street where Maria grew up. Maria's eyes filled with tears. "You never told me," she whispered. Andrew nodded. "Because I didn't want you to think I stayed rich. I wanted you to know I stayed human." But love isn't simple. Maria felt confused. She remembered the lies, the secrets, even if they were meant to help others. "Did you really trust me?" she asked. Andrew looked at her. "With my life," he said. "But I was scared to lose you again." That night, Maria left the apartment, not because she didn't love him, but because love needed truth. Days passed. Maria didn't return. Andrew waited, not outside her door this time, but inside himself. Then he made his final decision. He transferred everything, every remaining share, every profit, completely away from his name. The foundation would stand alone, no control, no ownership, nothing tied to him. Because if love required proof, this was his answer. One morning, Maria returned to the café, but something was different. People were lining up outside. Free meals, free coffee. A sign on the door read, "Pay what you can. If you can't, pay with a smile." Andrew stood inside, nervous, waiting. "I chose love once," he said, "and I'll choose it again. but this time with nothing left to hide. Maria looked around at the people eating, laughing, hopeful, and then she looked at Andrew, the man who could have ruled the world but chose to serve it. She stepped forward and hugged him tightly. "I don't want perfection," she whispered. "I want honesty." Andrew reached into his pocket. A simple ring, no diamonds, no luxury, just meaning. They never became rich again, but they became something better, whole. Because real love doesn't hide behind money. It stands in truth, in sacrifice, and in choice every single day.